Yo, guys, welcome back to another episode, another day of the podcast. Would you look at that? 3 podcasts in a row. Are we on a roll here? Yes, we are. Today, we have a very special guest. His name is Juan. How are you doing today, Juan?
I'm doing pretty well so far.
Thank you for joining us on this rainy day. We have some questions for you, and we want to know who Juan is. First off, let me ask you a quick question.
Okay, I was going to say.
How's your day going?
This is going all right, I guess.
It's going good. It's going good. Do you have any classes today or no?
I just had my psychology. My English class got canceled. Nice. Teacher called in sick.
She like throwing up or something? Or
I don't know, man.
She's not doing well.
But then I have my theater, which is like 2, I think.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to do some shop.
Very cool, very cool. Well, I got some questions here for you, man. We're going to start out a little easy, you know. First off, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream, man? People want to know. I can go first. Bro, Oreo, any type of Oreo, any type of cookies,
that's
cream.
valid.
You can't go wrong with cookies.
That is valid. That is pretty good.
It's really good.
I got to say the Superman flavor.
What is a Superman flavor?
It's like rainbow, kind of.
Okay. Oh, is it like the red, white, and blue almost? Or
kind of like yellow, blue. It's kind of, I think it's like the Superman colors.
I've never had that.
It's like...
Is it from those ice cream trucks with all the weird, like, all the little cartoons?
No. You know that pizza place in the mall?
Yeah.
They have the ice cream there?
Mm-hmm.
They have that. The Superman flavor.
Very cool. I got to try that out.
Oh, but they're closed. So like you have to find like a
they
kind
left.
of...
Depressing.
Yeah, I know. I
Second
think it's
question.
the company. I don't even know.
My bad. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't know what it is.
Second question. What's your favorite movie? You know what's funny? That's a hard question.
That is a tough question.
You're a movie nut. If you guys don't know something about this guy, what's your relationship with movies and films? TV.
It dates back when I was really, really young, where I watched a lot of animated movies of like when I was, what was it, like, I think the first movie, I don't even know the first movie I ever watched, but ever since, the first movie I ever watched that I really loved was The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight was my favorite movie when I was a kid.
Is it a really good movie?
Oh, it was really good. But honestly, I feel like now it's kind of like, when I aged a little bit and I kind of went to more of like critiquing films a little bit more, I kind of don't like it as a Batman film, but that's a story for a different time. But honestly, my favorite movie of all time, I feel like, is The Batman. That's my favorite movie.
The Batman?
Or Batman Mask of Phantasm.
Wait. First off, are you talking about the 3-hour movie, The Batman?
Yes, sir.
I like the music in that. Something
it's really, really good.
No way. Like, it's a pretty good, sweet movie. Another question, because
yeah.
What's the answer, guys? PC or console? What are we working with? Like, what's better?
In terms of like hardware, I gotta say PC. But
You said when it comes to power, you think PC?
Yeah, it's way better, superior.
I have a PC myself. I also have PS5, Switch, things like this. I will say something though. If I get to choose to buy a game on Steam, like on my computer or my PS5, I always pick my computer.
Yeah, it's just way better.
Also, it's like if you get a new computer in the future, you can go back and play that game in higher fidelity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I used to play Cyberpunk on my laptop. It was trash. I play it on my PC now. Buttery smooth.
So good.
Oh my god.
I play the Spider-Man games. I play Resident Evil. It just looks good on the PC, bro.
Resident Evil. Do you like scary games?
Ooh, yes.
I love scary games, bro. Games that get me like bro. You know what the best type of scary games are? VR scary games.
Ooh, I have to admit that is true.
Oh my.
FNAF.
Oh, but I played FNAF on the MetaQuest 2, and me and my cousins were crying how scary it was. It was hilarious.
It's scarier when it's like you feel like you're in the situation versus like a PNG photo.
It's kind of, you know what's weird though? What scares me more is sounds. Like if I'm playing a horror game, I'll turn off all my lights in my room. Ooh. I'll blast my headphones so I hear nothing, but I hear do. I'm like because it's so scary. Like
with the Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even scary. It's just like it gets you sometimes.
Bro,
like,
it freaks you out.
Yeah.
Bro, I like games that make me feel something, whether that's horror, laughter, pain.
Oh yeah.
I like stuff like that. Okay. More questions for you. Why are you going to Ridgewater right now?
Well, I'm going to Ridgewater just to... I have 3 careers in mind.
Yeah.
The one I'm going for that actually I need to go to college for is law.
Right.
I'm going to be a lawyer. Don't know which kind of lawyer yet.
Yeah.
But since the whole AI kind of thing, I've been like, it's going to be more difficult out here. And there's going to be more AI crime and kind of shit like that.
You know, it's the gray area, man. Like, people don't... There's no real set laws on AI yet, is there?
No, not yet. And it's going to be fucking tough for me, especially. Yeah. Because I'm going to have to, like, take so many cases that, like, it has to deal with it. And I'm like...
How are you going to deal with certain things, you know?
Yeah, it's tough. But the other two, I'm thinking of going into tech field. I don't know yet what I want to do, but thinking about it. And obviously film. I grew up a lot with film. Very interested in terms of like just making good movies, of like making it look visually appealing, making a good story, making good characters.
What do you think is because I like making videos too. Like I make YouTube videos and stream and stuff like this. But I've always had a dream of making like a feature film. You know? Yeah. And we used to do that when we were kids. Like you ever use iMovie on the iPad? Bro, me and my brothers, we used to like use their trailer app where it tells you, okay, make an opening scene. Okay, make a closing scene. Okay, make a zoom in scene. And we would make these mock up fake trailers for movies that don't exist. And I remember thinking, like, I can't wait till I get good at this stuff, because I think it would be so fun to get, like, maybe the whole college together to make, like, a movie or, like, a TV show.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think would be the hardest part of doing something like this? People think of, like, budget. I think, me personally, it's the story.
I think it is, depending on the film you're doing, if you're doing it on an established character, you need to know what this character is about. Because I see a lot of stories where they adapt these characters. Yeah. Like, what's a good one, for instance? Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice League, a game. But not a movie, but it's a game. Yeah. But it still fits my purpose of what I'm talking about. Okay. So, in that game, they don't do the research because, well, there's a black Deadshot in that game. But in, like, the universe it's set in, there's a white Deadshot. Right. And it feels, like, kind of disjointed a little bit.
Feels a little off.
Yeah. And then for Harley Quinn, she's a completely different character. Different personality, different look, different everything.
Yeah, she's not true to like the movies, the comics, things like this.
She's not true to the universe she's in, which is like the Arkham games. Yeah. Which feels like, for me, when I played all the games, I'm like, this is Harley. But then when I play this game, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's kind of interesting. You know what? I was playing Arkham Knights like 2 days ago. Yeah. And I like that Harley in that game.
She's a great character.
No, she's great. She's very playful. She's very like what's the word? Antagonizing to the main characters, and that's what you want. You want like somebody that's gonna act like their character, right?
Oh yeah. And that game, apparently, from what I could tell, she kind of suffers from like a mental illness where like she kind of feels like schizophrenic. Right. Like if you played the DLC of her.
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
No, not yet.
Well, in that DLC, she kind of talks to herself. She has like their inner voice of like Dr. Quinzel. Yep. Before she became, Harley Quinn. Yeah. And
she was a psychologist, right? Yeah. Or she was a therapist, or
she was a psychologist before the Joker,
messed her up.
Yeah. But yeah, there was no signs of that in the game, and it just feels like a missed opportunity. Right. And it just feels weird.
Interesting. I was about to say it's keeping it true to the characters and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, no. But if it's not that, I would say, I would say story, most likely.
Okay. I got more questions for you. This is really the deep dive of Juan. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, question for you: are you afraid of public speaking?
No, not really. I have been doing, especially my parents, they've been shoving me in a lot of sports when I was young, so I don't really have like fear of it.
Yeah, like stage fright.
Yeah. That's what's up. I do get a little nervous, but then I'm like, I got it. Don't worry, I can do it.
It's weird. I used to be like afraid of it, and to this day, when I'm supposed to speak in front of people, my heart going on like 100.
Oh yeah, that's normal. That's normal kind of shit.
But the moment I actually start yapping, it goes away.
Exactly.
It's so weird. Like a cool breeze goes over my whole chest, my body, and then I calm down.
I mean, I did my public, what was it, my graduation. I did a speech for the whole school.
Dang. Wait, were you the student speaker? Or you just did a speech? Like
I did a speech.
That's what's up.
They were like, does anyone want to do a speech? I was like, I'll do it.
I think they asked me to do it, and I was so focused on my YouTube on senior year, I said no. I was like, I'm too busy. Yeah. And now I've already done one for Ridgewater. I'm doing another one this year, I think.
Funny story about that, actually.
Yeah. What's up?
I didn't write up any speech for it. So, like, they were like, you're going to do a speech? You're not going to write it up? I was like, yeah. But then they're like, you should do it. I was like, okay, fine. And I wrote it up, but then it was like, I kind of veered from it a little bit. But
and that's the best type of speeches, though. Like, you just have a general idea of what you want to talk about. Oh, yeah, no. And then you kind of go on your own rants. That's kind of better. I don't like sticking to, like, a robot type of word for word. You know what I mean? Because then it low-key ticks you off. It makes you think weird things.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay. We have a few more questions for you. What's your secret talent? If you have a secret talent,
Being good at soccer. I didn't know at the time. Yeah. But when I was younger, I played a lot of soccer when I was young. Yeah. I wasn't really amazing at it, but when I transferred over to Willmar for public school, I joined their soccer team, and I didn't know it at the time, but I was a really, really good goalie. Yeah. Like, really, really good. To the point where the first year I was there, I got them their third place trophy,
Right.
which they never placed before I even got there.
That's what's up. Okay.
So like I didn't know I was a good goalie until then.
Well, it's one of those things where you don't really know what you're good at until you do it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is why people who are like young, like before they're 30, you should try a million things and see what sticks. You think you disagree? No, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, in some aspects, like you shouldn't try to like drive it. You shouldn't like try to drive while drunk. We should.
That's different though. I mean, I mean like try things as in like be painting.
Oh yeah.
Make music. Maybe like go travel. Like see what you're good at. See what you like.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anyone wants to be stuck in a job that they don't like for the rest of their life just because it's a good income.
Yeah.
You know, because life isn't about being safe. Life isn't about like being secure. I feel like you're supposed to take risks. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No.
Like especially at my age, I'm 22 right now. I want to take as many risks as humanly possible.
Oh yeah.
I'm never gonna be this like non-responsible. I'm responsible, but I don't have kids. I don't have a wife. I don't have to take care of as many things as I would have if I'm 36. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. You know, I don't think I feel like our age, you don't need a million responsibilities.
No.
You know?
We're like our frontal cortex. It hasn't even like fully developed.
I think
yet.
we mature at 27, men, and then women is 24 or something like that.
I think it's 27 and then 25 for girls.
25? Okay.
I think it is.
It's something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, couple more questions. What motivates you? What gets you up in the morning, man? What gets you going, you know?
I don't really know. I mean, I guess I just can get up and do it because I know I have to. I mean, I'm a man. I need to get up. I need to do something.
Yeah, there's like there's no backup plan. You know,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people say, like, oh, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't like think like so in an old way. I'm like, well, that's what we have to do. If we don't think like we got to do it, we can't just say, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But you have to.
I don't know who said it, but the same person that's in your shoes who wants to do things even though they don't feel like it is going to be 100 times more successful than you.
Exactly.
If you only do things when you feel like it. I think that's something I have to tell myself like every day.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I have to go train. I have to go to the gym. I have to do my homework. I have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you're proud of yourself later for doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
You ever heard of the highest level of self-love is discipline?
Oh yeah. No.
You know what I mean? If you know, I can't eat this type of way. I can't do these certain things, you know?
I'm trying to do that. It's really tough on me since I'm like, I have to do it myself. And it's kind of like, it's really hard, but
I feel like you'll be a better person. You'll love yourself.
Oh,
more.
yeah,
Things like this, you know? I think it's crazy because some motivational words, they work on other people and some they don't. Like, it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
But I kind of fall in the line of, it's a weird way of thinking, but nobody cares. You have to do it anyway.
Exactly.
Also, I kind of live by, like, nobody wants you to win the way you want it to win.
Oh no, there's a lot of people who hate.
Nobody
I'm one of the few people who are like, you know what? Good job, man.
Yeah.
You did it. You
Yeah.
did it. You did what everyone else is saying you don't.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's a good feeling when other people, like,
Exactly.
they see the little things, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think it was Kobe Bryant or somebody who said it, but they were like, nobody cheers for you when you're on the come up.
Oh yeah, no.
You know what I mean? There's no, maybe your mom and dad, maybe your friends, you know, but the crowd will be there later. Things like this.
But
you know?
even when you're like successful, it's still there are people that are gonna be like, oh, you're terrible, you're trash.
Yeah.
Good example is Mr. Beast, where like people.
Oh my God.
Back
they
in
hate
the
on
day.
him. They hate on him. So
Exactly. I'm like, this dude literally came from nothing. He was literally an average kid in North. What was it like?
I think he's in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
North Carolina. He had a stepmom and a stepdad.
Yep.
And he had a passion of making YouTube videos. And look at him.
Oh, he did it.
He's the most successful person on YouTube, and people are like still hating on him.
He broke. I think is he at 200 million already?
I think he is.
Yeah, he broke so many records. I'm not gonna lie. I think when I was starting to make YouTube videos and I saw him make videos, I was like, I want to do what he does.
Exactly.
This is why I still make YouTube videos, and I don't think I'm ever gonna give up. I don't care if I'm.
That's why nobody knows
Yeah.
people truly that are successful, because they put on like they have to put on personas.
Yeah. I don't know how about the whole like hide your dreams. You know, some people they're afraid that if they say it, it will like make it so it's impossible.
Come on. Man.
I don't really know about all that. I feel like for me, if I'm going towards something and I want to win, I'm okay with putting it out into the universe, putting it out to the people, you know?
Exactly.
But I also feel like it's kind of nice. Sometimes I'm kind of flip-flop on this because I like the whole idea of also keeping it sacred. You know what I mean? Like, this is why I have like a million to-do lists and a million things I want to get done. But talking about it isn't going to get it done.
Oh yeah, no.
Doing it is going to. You know what's true? I think that psychologists did a test on people who all they do is talk. All they do is talk. They're yappers, right? They'll talk about what they want to get done. And a lot of dopamine will be rushed out for you just saying, I want to do this. I'm going to do this, right? And it's said that the more you do that, the more your brain thinks you actually got these things done when you didn't. This is why it's actually good not to talk about every detail. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, you should like kind of like tell yourself like,
of course,
I can do it. I can do it. And then your brain's like, oh, he can do it. He has the power.
Yep, definitely. I think
it's kind of like a thin edge at that point.
It's you kind of don't want to do too much. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I kind of like that. Yeah. Well, I'm having a fantastic conversation with you. Oh, this is great, by the way. We have a few more questions, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Okay.
Okay.
So this is something you know about because we were in a class together last semester.
Oh yeah.
And you kind of did a little deep dive on this, but I want the spark notes. I want the summary.
All right.
What is Blackrock?
Well, Blackrock is an investing company that was opened up in the U.S. Its founder, Larry Fink, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
He is an investor who invests in companies like, like McDonald's and like companies like that.
Okay.
And he basically owns all those companies because he has shares of them.
Yeah.
And by using voting, he can manipulate him and other companies like that.
Right.
Can manipulate what stores do and what their narrative and stuff. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of times during this time of month, BLM, there's a lot of stores that kind of put out like BLM, this and that, or when it's June and it's like Pride Month, they push it because like they vote it into existence. And funny enough, Larry Fink, he is well connected to the U.S. government.
Yeah.
And he knows
I could imagine.
Oh yeah, no,
that would make sense.
He knows like Donald Trump. He's friends with the Secretary of Treasury back in the time.
Yo, that's kind of a red flag. That's
I know, and I was like, that's really suspicious.
Yeah.
And he also, what was it? Apparently during COVID, they put BlackRock in charge of like kind of like keeping the whole, what's it called, economy going.
Yeah.
So it didn't fall apart. And I'm like,
yeah, I was about to say during COVID, these businesses, it's kind of crazy how the big, humongous businesses got these huge grants from the government, but the small ones, they could care less.
Oh, yeah, no. Because they don't want small businesses. They want everyone to work for the big ones.
They want the conglomerates.
And the worst part is that this company is as rich as, like, U.S. and China. Yeah. They rival their
GDP?
Yeah, their GDP. They rival it.
Their GDP is in the trillions.
Oh, yeah. No, they rival it. They're basically that powerful.
What is this? This reminds me of that bank out in the Middle East or whatever it's called. I know there's a bank that they own everything too.
Oh yeah,
I forgot what bank it's called. But if you look at their what they own like 18 banks or whatever in the world. Like they own like all the highest earning banks.
That's why I'm scared of these companies, because like I'm not fearful of a lot of things, but like I'm scared of these guys because like these guys have real power and they can influence everything. Like all your artists, they're basically owned by these people.
Yeah. There's this one lady. She was on Instagram. She was like crying, and she was like, "I'm done doing this music," because she was like, "I didn't realize I sold my soul," and she was like,
"Oh yeah, no."
She was freaking out and stuff, and it's like I've never seen something like that. You know, I'm not one to believe a lot of conspiracies, but I do believe there are people controlling some things. Obviously.
Oh yeah, no.
And I feel like you kind of be dumb not to think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, I've heard that the best way to think is like kind of like ignorance. It doesn't matter. It's not existing. It's not in my circle.
No. Never do that.
No, I know, but I'm saying it's the easy route. Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no, it's the easy route. Everyone just ignores it.
Ostrich head in the ground.
Mm-hmm. It's just no. You should not think like that. You should be vocal. You should tell your governments. You should be as vocal as you can.
Yeah, speak to your representatives. Things like this.
Exactly. You need to make sure that these people do not get more power than they have, because they can influence so much more than you can think.
Yep. This is why it's important for you guys to probably go vote.
I mean, also the fact that in Europe, they're developing that digital currency.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's scary to me, because like what's going to happen to the money, like the physical money?
Yeah.
Because like once they have control of your money, they can influence whatever the hell you do. True. Like if you say, "Oh, I don't like this president because he's just this and that."
Yeah.
I don't like the government. Guess what? You have nowhere to live now, and you're running out of money, and you can't eat. So why don't you just tell me what you really want to tell me? Yep. So it's scary to me, because we're becoming like China.
Yeah.
Like how like malicious they are.
Yeah.
We're starting to turn a little bit into them, which is like scary to me, but like other people don't think about it. The only thing
that people don't think about is when you. I don't really know too much about China. I did take it was like a history course about how China was structured versus America, and they're very overbearing over the people who live there when it comes to certain things. Like certain things, I don't really know the lifestyle, but I've seen some things.
It's bad over there.
Yeah, it's a very different lifestyle. But on that note, we hit our 20-minute mark. That's our cap for our podcast because we wanna pump out a bunch of short podcasts, and we're gonna start working on the bigger ones. Hopefully, we can have you back because it seems like you have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
With that being said, I just want to say thank you for coming on the podcast.
I was glad to be here.
We appreciate you, and thank you, valuable, beautiful,
you,
wonderful
right
listener.
There, looking at me right now, directly in my eyes.
What do you want to tell the people? What's one message you want to tell the people?
Have a wonderful day, and I want to see you when I'm walking into this college. Because if I don't, I'll find you.
Whoa, wait a minute. Because he wants to greet you.
And give you a hug.
There we go. All right, guys. That's going to be the end of the episode. I'm going to see you guys next week on Thursday. Wait, today's Thursday. We're going to see you on Tuesday.
Yes,
Appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day.
And as always, I'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace.